sponsorship to get your website designed.
You're on video, Andy. Video.
Hello. Yeah. So she just gave me 700 quid and went, right, I'm going to pay for the website, and then you put my logo on there. So you just start to get things to flow and exchange. Yeah. So the idea I had yesterday that I think I'm big into personal development and spirituality, not religion. I don't like religion, but spirituality. And I thought it'd be great to have a website where everyone exchanges things for services, so there's no money involved. So if you want some coaching, like personal development coaching, or you've got issues with anxiety, and someone else is a really good gardener, you say, right, okay, you can switch services.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So no money involved. It's just like, you can even gift it to someone. So I could help you with something and say, well, don't give it to me because I don't need help. Why don't you go and help this bloke who needs this? You know what I mean? So everyone's kind of giving to each other. So that was the idea when I was walking in Osmother yesterday.
That's a good idea. I know this. I sold some tickets. I couldn't make a Black Sabbath gig last year, and I sold some tickets for it. I can't remember the website, but it was a not-for-profit website. Because if you do it on eBay, they just take a basic profit, you know. Yeah. And you don't even do it through eBay now. They've got another website for that. And I managed to, got full face value for the tickets, and it's all an ethical site. And it's got to be a lot of the world's problems are with wealth. This stat, 5%. Of the population of the Earth own 95% of the world's wealth. That's wrong. That needs to change.
But it's to do with greed and fear, isn't it? Because people are afraid to let go. But somebody showed me a system for rebalancing all your energies in your body, right? And I've never ever, since they showed me it, been so relaxed. I've never ever been so calm. I don't take any medication, anything. I can naturally invite energy into my body and just completely chills me out.
Who showed you that then?
Oh, it was a friend who I hadn't seen for ages. So what I've agreed with him is that I'm going to make, because they don't want to do it, I'm going to make a video of every single position of what you're going to do. I have a website and I'm posting it up there for free for people to rebalance all their energies. So rather, you see people charging for this.
Chinese believe something like that about energy, don't they?
Well, it is, because you've all got, it's the Buddhists as well, everything. Well, loads of people believe. You've got these 7 chakra points that are there.
What's a chakra point? Energy point, is it?
It's like a vortex of energy that we've all got. And for a lot of people, why they suffer with anxiety and depression and things, is that certain chakras are closed, because each one does a different thing. One's communication, one's the heart. And so if they're blocked or closed in any way, you won't function properly, and you'll hold on to fears and things. When you open them, the energy just naturally flows through and your system balances.
Right.
So, I didn't know about this till recently. I learnt about it, but I've never been so balanced. I can just sit there and imagine pulling the energy in now, and I'm just calm.
That's worth knowing.
Yeah, it's you'll see I'm not a Buddhist, but you'll see it in Buddhism.
Yeah.
Just type chakra.
Chakra, okay.
Yeah, and you'll learn about it. But I look at it as an individual point of view. But this system I was shown, I just felt like.
Yeah. Because I struggle to relax all the time.
Well, what I do every morning is I imagine just drawing the energy in. So this one is, I think this one's your spiritual one, to do with your connection to life, energy. This one's to do with something Buddhists and everybody else call your third eye. It's to do with perception. I think this one is creativity. This one's communication. Yeah. This is your heart, love, and I'm not sure what that one is. But basically, this system was just, I've never seen anything like it. And it just, every day I spend 5 minutes to just draw the energy in, or whatever, and I'm just calm.
Well, I'm going to do a bit of reading about that, I think. I'm going to do a bit of reading.
Just read about chakras and how to balance them. But once I've made these videos, I'm going to post to, I asked the person, I said, can I charge for them, give the money to charity? And they said, no, you got it for free, you give it for free. And I was like, yeah, fine.
Yeah, the other thing as well is, I get most of my stuff for free off the Pirate Bay. But,
Well, the way I look at it is, I wouldn't want somebody not to experience this because they didn't want to lay out whatever the money was. Yeah. And I'm just going to ask one thing on the website. I'm going to say, just if you enjoy it and it works, pass it on, pass the link on. Because the more people we can get using this, because it's not associated with any religion. Yeah. It's not mind, something you do yourself. It's not mind control. It's literally balancing your inside. Because we're all made of energy. I mean, that's physics, that, Well,
it's first law of thermodynamics is that this is proof of the afterlife. Some people say is that energy cannot be created, or destroyed. It can be transformed, basically.
Yeah. So what you learn is that energy they're talking about, that whether you call it your soul, whether you call it your internal being, whatever you want to call it, everyone says we're made of 3 parts: mind, body, and soul, which I buy into because it makes sense that we've got these 3 components and one.
Yeah.
So that energy, the chakras, are opening the way to that energy to flow to the inside, like your internal being, and it's just like I'm just calm now.
Oh, I'm going to read up about that, I think.
Yeah. What you'll see is, you'll see how many millions and millions and millions of people are looking at chakras. It's not just like a few nutters in the closet doing it. Like it's a major thing of Buddhism now.
I tell you what, I mean, 12 days ago I was suicidal.
Yeah.
And
the other thing for you, mate, is that I was thinking about. This is what changed my life in terms of achievement, career, and everything like that. Right? When about 10 years ago, I lived in Canada. I came back from Canada a fucking wreck. I just absolutely, life was on the floor, mind all over the place, anxiety ridden hell, couldn't move, couldn't function. Spent 6 weeks just wandering the streets in the freaking days. I was like, I spent the next 2 years getting drunk out my face in pubs, working in pubs, didn't give a fuck about anything. Anyway, I learned about the power of your thoughts, and in particular, that thought is made of energy. So I looked back retrospectively and I realised that I'd just been kind of reacting to everything in life, and it put me into this massive downward spiral. Yeah. And I just kind of ended up like in a pretty bad place, not know how I got there. Through learning all this stuff, I realised how important each thought was, and you can direct them in a different way. When I started doing that, I started right at the bottom of this company. Ended up on 6-figure salary working for the heads of network rail, just using the system of reapplying your thoughts differently. It was unbelievable, the control I had.
It's all about sort of staying very, very positive and very.
It's understanding that you're responsible for your own reality that you create through every thought you think. Yeah. So it's taking responsibility for your own mind and the thoughts you think, and it's understanding that thoughts, energy. So the more thoughts you think around a similar thing, the more energy gathers. So when you end up in a completely shit place, it's because you've brought together a massive amount of energy around your thoughts, sort of things. It's using that same principle that's got you into a shit place to realise the opposite's also true. When you think that certain thoughts in a positive way, those energies come together and it creates a completely different reality for you. So when you understand that, you can shift your life very quickly in different ways. But it took me years to learn it, but once I did, I never looked back. You know, I was fucking can't anything. I was like, fucking, I know this now. Like, I know how to apply my mind. You know, I used that Paul McKenna book, I used other things, and I just completely started moving every thought into alignment with the things I wanted. And it took away like the lack of confidence to go for a job. You know, the person who didn't dare speak at meetings is then doing presentations, preparing for the heads of the railway. It was just like everything shifted. But it was just understanding that simple thought. Thoughts are made of energy, and like thoughts attract like thoughts. Because when I understood that, I realised how quickly I went into decline, because I wasn't using any. You know, my mind was manipulating me. I wasn't manipulating my mind. Yeah. So once I understood that, it was a massive shift in what I could do. You know.
Well, that's my biggest problem, and a lot of it comes from my poor old mother, because of my mother's situation where she was brought up. Half of that is kind of like passed on to me. She's always been stung with anxiety. Yeah. And we used to have horrible weekends when I was younger. It was terrible when she'd be in foul moods, and you know, she's always been shouting, reactionary, and
well, that's the same as my mum. She's got a lot of fear and anxiety, and that embedded into me. Yeah. That like it's a massive part. You know, it was why I always looked for validation and things, because I didn't get any as a kid.
Me too. Yeah.
And I was like, so I mean, that's one side of the things, a pattern I'm learning to break. But the other side was just understanding why, because when you understand why, you realise that there's two places you're coming from in life. You're either a reactive place, where you're reacting to all your thoughts, or a creative place where you're actually putting your own thoughts out there, and then you're creating your own reality. There's loads of good books on it once you get into it, but I don't want to bog you down with that. But when you fancy looking at it, let me know, I'll recommend some stuff.
It sounds really positive.
Well, it's not just positive, mate. The shift you can make in anything, you start to control your environment much better. You walk into interviews and things like that, instead of being like a frightened shoe dictating to them. Like everything shifts.
Well, that is pretty sound advice, Andy. I'll